You don't know me without you've read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter. That book was made up by Mr. Mark Twain, and he told the truth. Mainly. There was things which he stretched, but mainly he told the truth. That's nothing. I never seen anybody but lied one time or another. Now, the way that book winds up is this. My pap disappeared, and I was left alone. So the widow Douglas and her sister, Miss Watson, took me in and allowed they'd civilize me.
Take your hands away. What a mess you're always making.
But it's bad luck. You gotta toss.
Hush!
Huckleberry, would you say the blessing, please?
Lord, thank you for these here victuals. They's mostly real fine. Only maybe sometimes you could have the cook make things all mixed up in one pot, so's the juice can kind of swap around and the things go better. And while I'm asking, one time I got a fish line, but no hooks. I sure could use some hooks. The preacher says, he who asks gets. So I'm asking.
Enough of your blasphemy, boy. Leave the table.
I heard him. He said it.
The Reverend meant something else, Huckleberry. He meant you should ask for spiritual gifts, like courage or charity.
Well, how in dad blame nation is a body supposed to know that?
You're a fool, boy, and a sinner, whose right and just reward will be the fires of everlasting hell. Mark my words, boy.
Ma'am, you reckon you're headed for the other place, the good one, when you're done here?
Indeed I do.
Well, you can have it. I reckon the bad one'll do me just fine.
You may go to your room immediately without your dinner, and you may stay there and pray for salvation from your wicked, heathen state of damnation.
Nancy? Even heathens need their nourishment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Huckleberry, you mustn't take all my sister's words to heart. She's still not used to having a boy in the house. But she does mean the best for you.
I know she does. And I try to do right and be good.
I know. I think you're doing very well. I'm sure it's not easy for you, having no family and all.
Ma'am, do you think my pap is really dead?
Well, I don't know. The law says he's only missing.
I reckon that's it. He's too sly to be dead.
You miss your father, don't you?
No, ma'am. He was too handy with the hickory to be missed over much. I guess on days when Miss Watson keeps on pecking at me, I can't think of nothing cheerful.
You'll soon get used to each other. Anyway, I enjoy having you with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's been a long time since we've had anyone to think about but ourselves in this house. Don't forget to say your prayers.
I won't.
Good night, Huckleberry.
Good night. Do you mind if I take one more try at them fish hooks?
up to, Huck? I saw you go running past my house like the devil was after you.
I just had to get away from that cussed, smothery house. Tom, I'm telling you, I can't handle no more civilizing. I've tried it, I give it my best, and it just don't work.
You'll soon learn it.
Well, it ain't for me. I ain't used to it. The widow's good to me and friendly, but I can't stand the ways of them people. Waking up every morning just the same time and washing so much and getting combed all to thunder. They won't let me sleep in a woodshed. I gotta wear blamed clothes that just smothers me, Tom. I ain't slid on a cellar door for, well, it appears to be years. I can't smoke or chaw or cuss. And eating by the bell and going to church and listening to Miss Watson carry on about hell and damnation. It's just worry and sweat and a wishing you was dead all the time. You want to smoke?
Think Joe Harper's warts will go away if he soaks them in spunk water?
No, dead cats is better.
I knew that.
What's this?
It's a jug. Maybe there's something inside we could sell to the Indians.
It's my Pabst jug.
Probably been here for months.
But that ain't.
How do you know it's your Pabst?
He always hammers across the nails in the left heel to scare off the devil.
Does it?
No,
You reckon he'll try to kill you?
I reckon I wish he would. More likely he'll try to apprentice me out to pay for his drinking. He catches me, I'll be powerful sorry. I better get back. Jim, you in there? Jim!
Yeah, wait a minute. What is it, Mars, huh?
I seen something that's got me bothered.
Witches?
Worse. My Pabst back.
Your luck is about as bad as a nigger's, boy.
Could you get out the hairball we found in the ox's stomach? I want to ask it the future.
I don't know. Sometimes the spirit of the hairball don't talk.
Don't hurt to ask.
All right. Let's ask the hairball then. It ain't talking.
Try again. Just ask it what Pap's fixing to do and how long he's planning on staying.
The hairball still ain't talking. You know, sometimes it won't talk without some money.
Here. I got this old counterfeit quarter. The brass is showing through, and it won't pass now. But if you stick it in a raw potato and leave it overnight, the brass won't show no more. It won't feel greasy either. Then anybody'd take it, let alone a hairball.
Let's try that then. Ah, yeah. Now, your Pap, he don't know which way to go. Sometimes he want to go away, and then sometimes he want to stay. But the best thing for you to do is let it rest and let him have his own way. But now you're going to be all right. Now you're going to have considerable hurt in your life, but you're also going to have considerable joy. You're going to get sick sometime, but you're always going to get well again. Stay away from the water and don't run no risk, because it's in the bills. You're going to get hung. That probably won't be for a long time. That's all the hairball say.
Thanks, Jim.
Starchy clothes. Very. Think you're a good deal of a big bug now, don't you?
Hello, Pap. Where you been? We all thought you was dead.
Ah, my, but ain't you the sweet-scented dandy, though? A bedclothes, and a looking glass. Put on considerable many frills since I've been gone, ain't you?
No, sir.
Don't you give me none of your lip. I'll take you down a peg before I get done. I hear you been at that school, knowed how to read and write, that's so?
Yes, sir.
Who told you you might meddle with such highfalutin foolishness?
The widow, sir. She told me.
I'll learn her how to meddle. Teach my son to swell up and put on airs over his own father. You let me catch you fooling around that school again, you hear? Your mother couldn't read and she couldn't write, neither, before she died. None of the family couldn't before they died. I can't. Next you know, you'll be getting religion. I never see such a son. Say, let me hear you read.
The canary is in the cage.
It's true, you can do it. Well, if that don't take the cat. How much money you got in them pockets?
I ain't got none.
Don't you lie to me, boy.
Don't beat me, Pap. Here. It's all I got.
I don't care, you just shell it out. All right, I'm a-going now to put on some liquor. But I'll be back for you, just you wait, fancy boy. I'll lay for you, my smarty. I'll get you around that school again, I'll tan you good.
You still fretting about what the hairball said last night?
I wish that was it. My pap's come back. And spitting mad, too.
Hey, Huck, look at what Tom's got.
It's a beat-up old tin lamp.
It's a magic lamp.
A what?
Huck Finn, I swear, if I was as ignorant as you, I guess I'd just kill myself. Don't you know what a magic lamp is?
No, I don't. And I don't care neither. I've lived this long without knowing, and had my health, too. But as soon as you tell me, I'll know. And that's soon enough.
You rub a magic lamp, and then a genie comes tearing in with thunder and lightning are ripping around the smoke a-rolling, and the genie has to do whatever you say.
So rub the lamp, Tom.
You can't conjure a genie in broad daylight. It has to be dark as midnight in a graveyard under a forked branch of an oak tree that's been hit by lightning.
Y'all come on in now. Time to get started.
It's over here.
The whole thing sounds like a stretcher to me.
Isn't? If you read a book called Arabian Nights, you wouldn't call me a liar.
Then I'd call this Arab book liar.
Finn, why are you always the last one?
Finn, what in tarnation's the matter with you? What are you expecting to find with all this looking about?
My pap. He's come back.
From the dead?
He weren't never dead.
He weren't. So what's he want?
Wants me back from the widow. Wants to prentice me out. I reckon to pay for his drinking.
Come out of here, Widow Douglas. Come out right now. Get back there. Way now. Shoo. got no cause with any here but the widow. I just come to get my own. Send him out here, the little mongrel. I got a good mind to send him out here. I'd learn you all to meddle with Jim Finn, taking his only son. You ought to be ashamed. The shame of it all. Come out of here, Widow Douglas, and give me my Huck back. Better get out of my way, nigger. I hope you're prepared to die, because you're just about to get shot. Get my drift?
Come on, Jimmy Finn. Don't make no more trouble.
Hey, wait a minute. Ain't a man got any rights?
I'll go to law, that's what I'll do.
Huck is no concern of yours now.
I won't hear another word from you, sister. He's staying.
The state don't take lightly the separating of a child from his blood. There are ties that bind that not everyone can see in the most irregular of families. However, since you, Jimmy Finn, ain't been seen or heard of in these parts for more than a year, been drunk or in jail since coming back, and ain't never had a job within recollection, I hereby say that Huck stays with the widow until such time as you can show me good reason for him to be with you.
You call this a government? I ain't gonna stand for it. I got rights just like everybody else. What kind of government is it takes a man's son away from him, huh? I mean, for 2 cents, I'd leave this here country and never come back. Call this a government? Call this a government?
Huckleberry, don't scrunch up like that. Sit up straight.
The Reverend and I always enjoy lovely visits to your home.
Your choice of St. Matthew in this morning's sermon was so appropriate, Reverend Sprague.
Huckleberry, don't pull at your collar like that.
I was wondering if I could take off these fancies now.
We dress for Sundays in this house, and as long as you live here, you will do as well.
More lemonade, Mrs. Pratt. Nancy?
My heart exalts the Lord. My strength is exalted in the Lord. My mouth derides my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy like the Lord. There is none beside thee. There is no rock like our God. Talk no more so very proudly. So let no arrogance come from your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
You, Tom. Think I might borrow that magic lamp of yours?
It ain't a stretcher no more.
Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't.
Remember, things got to be just right for it to work.
I remember.
Make a fool of your own flesh, will you? I've a mind to slap you to sleep. I ought to kill you now and have done. I told you to quit with that schooling, and I told you I'd come for you, too. And you hiding behind the widow's skirts. You ain't no son of mine, that's for sure. Come on, quit your whining, boy. I ain't begun yet. I ain't half begun. Now, come along now. Come on. Get up that hill. Get this here oar. Come on, boy. Come on, boy, pull us up in that creek. Let's see if in all that soft life whilst I was gone done took your strength. Nobody gonna find us here. Well, don't it suit you better than all them fancies?
I reckon. Pap, where you been?
Never you mind where I been. You just took up that far. Looky here.
Where you going?
Trading. Brought your fish, Bob. Need a refill. Say, Pete, I wish you'd lend me a chaw. I just this minute give Ben Thompson last chaw I had.
You give him a chaw, did you? So's your sister's cat's granny. You pay me back all the chaws you've borrowed off of me, Jimmy Finn, and I'll loan you 1 or 2 ton of it.
Uh-huh.
Sheriff's looking for you. Your boy done run off. The widow claimed you stole him away. Is that so?
You tell the widow for me I just took what's mine. That ain't stealing. I'd rather see Huck dead and brought up to her ways.
Morning to you, Will.
You dang fool, you done let the fire go out.
There weren't no more wood inside.
Don't you sass me. I'll learn you sass me, young whelp. You hear me? Huh? Is that enough? You want another? You want another? That ought to do us just fine.
Jimmy Finn?
Quick, get inside. Quick, boy.
Hello, Huck.
State your business.
I come for Huck.
He ain't going nowhere.
The judge said that Huck's got to tell me that himself.
No, I ain't going back. I don't know how I ever stood it there at all. Here all a body's got to do is smoke and fish and hunt and cuss. No books, no praying, no all the time infernal washing and combing. I'd have to be touched to go back to that.
Are you sure, Huck? Well, I'll give the judge your message.
You do that. And while you're at it, you give him one for me. Next body comes poking around these parts, gonna float back to town.
Sister? Sister! That ungrateful boy wants to stay with his father. The deputy said Huck told him so himself. So I reckon he's gone for good. At last.
Pardon me, ma'am. There's a man to see you, Miss Watson, at the kitchen door.
Afternoon, Mr. Bradish.
Afternoon, ma'am. You asked that I come by.
Yes, I did. Shall I show you the grounds?
That's a slave trader show.
Must be Jim he's looking to take. We show ain't worth nothing.
Call this a government? Well, just look at it and see what it's like. Here's the law standing ready to take a man's son away from him. A man's own son, which he has had all the trouble and all the anxiety and all the expense of raising. Yeah, then just as that man has got that son finally raised and ready to go to work and begin to do something for him and finally give him a rest, then the law up and goes for him. And they call that government. Well, I ain't never gonna vote again. Never! I tell you, ain't nobody gonna cheat Jim Finn of his rights. Nobody. Tell you that. Nobody.
Hap, you ain't gotta lock me in.
Huh?
Don't lock me in. It gets powerful bad in here. I ain't gonna run.
Oh, you won't, will you? Get over there! I'll show you! You want another one? Huh? Huh? Take that one now! You won't go nowhere! Coffee, cornmeal, a side of bacon. And enough whiskey for 2 drunks and 1 delirium tremens. Not bad for half a tiny little buck like that, huh? And I borrowed this here chicken. Remember, boy, don't never pass up the chance to borrow a chicken. If and you can't use it, somebody else will. And a good deed, ain't never forget.
I never knowed you not to need it yourself.
I just seen the damnedest thing I ever saw, Huck. It was there in Petersburg. There was what they called a free nigger. From Ohio, they said. A mulatto, most as white as any white man. And he had the whitest shirt on you ever see. And the shiniest hat. And there ain't a man in that town that's got as fine clothes what he had on. He had a gold watch and chain and a silver-headed cane. What do you think? Well, they said he was a professor in a college and could talk all kind of languages and knowed everything. And that ain't the worst. Well, they said he could even vote when he was at home. Well, that just about let me out, you know. Thinks I, what's this country a-coming to? I says to the people, why ain't this here nigger put up at auction and sold? You know what they said? They said he couldn't be sold till he'd been in the state for 6 months. Well, ain't that the damnedest thing you ever heard? The marvels of the world! Oh. Oh, keep your knickers on, girls. Jimmy Finn's here. I'll be with you in a minute as soon as I win some money off these fellers. Hope you brought lots of money, Shag. Is Teresa here? Same as last. Hello, Michelle, Teresa. Oh, you new, ain't you? Doing here now. See you in a minute. So who's got all the money? Well, we'll soon fix that, won't we? That's it. Can't squeeze blood from a rock. Hey, now, wait a minute. What are you doing there?
Hey!
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Don't come back again, or you'll find a slug waiting for you.
What's going on up there?
I threw Jimmy Finn out the window.
Oh.
Got a lot of nerve. Old turkey buzzer flying. Old turkey buzzers in the sky. Hey, Grover. Hey, Grover. Hey, Grover. I ain't got a ticket now. I have shoes either. Oh, Grover. Oh, Grover. Uh-huh. I didn't know. He didn't know. Left it home, left it home, left it home. Get him off. Take him off. Get him off me. He's biting me. He's biting my neck. Get him off. Get him off. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hands off. Hands off the coat. Don't go. Let go the coat. No, let go. Oh, leave a poor devil alone. You're it, ain't you? The angel of death come to take me away. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? The angel of death.
No, it's me, Hawk! Hawk, it's me, it's Hawk!
Angel of death. Come here, Bob.
No!
Hawk!
Hawk! It's Hawk! No!
I'm gonna rest a minute. Then I'll kill you. Get up. What you about? What you doing with that gun? Answer me, boy.
Somebody tried to get in last night. I was laying for him.
Why didn't you rouse me out?
I tried to, but I couldn't budge you.
Guess I was a-dreaming. Well, don't just sit there palavering all day. Out with you, see if there's fish on the lines. And fetch up them things from the skiff. Huh? Is you asleep or drowned, boy? What in damnation keeping you so long?
I fell into the river. Damn near landed back in Petersburg.
Next time a man comes prowling around here, you rouse me out, you hear? That man weren't here for no good. I just shot him deader than a stick. You sure you roused me out, you hear?
Yes, sir. I will. I'll roust you out.
The man offered me $800, sister. Isn't that grand? Well, isn't it? That's a lot of money. And we really haven't any more use for Jim.
I don't take to it, sister. We've always told our slaves they'd never be sold downriver. You know that.
The man offered me $800.
Help! Murder! Bloody murder! Huck's been murdered! Help! Most terrible murder! Huck's been killed! Bloody murder! Just stand there and go get help! Get the sheriff! Come on!
I've never seen such a sight. Oh, you see.
This better not be a vision, pal. Not at this hour.
My God, Huckman's been murdered. There's blood all over the cabin.
Jim?
Don't hurt me, Huck. Don't hurt me. Now, I ain't never done no harm to a ghost. I always liked dead people, and I always did everything I could for them. Now, I want you to get right back in that river where you belong, and don't hurt old Jim, because you know I was always your friend.
I ain't a ghost, Jim.
You ain't?
No. Looky, do ghosts set trot lines?
I reckon not. But then how come everybody talked about last night was you getting murdered up there in that cabin? Who was it that got killed if it wasn't you?
It weren't nobody. It was a stuck pig. I done it to make it look like I was killed, so I could get shut of my pap and the widow and all those Jim, what are you doing here on this island?
Maybe I best not tell.
Why not?
I got my reasons. But if I was to tell you, you wouldn't tell on me, would you, Huck?
Blamed if I would, Jim.
Well, I believe you. I run off.
Jim!
Now, you said you wasn't gonna tell. You said you wouldn't.
I did. And I'll stick to it. People will call me low-down abolitionist and despise me for keeping mum. But that don't make no difference. I ain't a-gonna tell. And I ain't a-going back there anyways.
Looking for you, Huck. Trying to make your body rise.
I'm sharp now. Current sets in closest right here. Maybe he got washed ashore and tangled among them brush. I hope so, anyway.
I
reckon it's old man Finn. Didn't I hear him say he wanted the boy dead?
No, Jimmy Finn ain't got the gumption to kill a body. Most likely it was that runaway buck.
Miss Watson's nigger. What for?
Despite Jimmy what spit on him, that's what. And he took off just in time.
Lord have mercy. Now I'm a runaway and a murderer, too. They're gonna string me up short if they catch me.
Well, I reckon that's the end of Huck Finn. Ain't nobody gonna look for me no more.
That means rain for sure.
What?
The rooster crowing like that before dark. Ain't you never heard? If a rooster crows before he goes to bed, he's bound to wake with a wet, wet head. Same as if a cat sneezes. Or if the blood stain from a murdered body starts oozing blood like it's fresh. It's all bad signs. It means rain. Expect we best find some shelter.
You sure know lots of them signs, Jim.
Oh, and there's plenty more, boy. Like, don't count what you're eating, because that brings bad luck. Just like shaking the tablecloth after sundown.
Well, ain't there no good luck signs?
Mighty few, son. Mighty few. And they ain't much use to a body. But what you want to know if good lucks are coming for? What you want to do? Keep it off? See, if you got hairy arms and a hairy breast, it means you're going to get rich one day. Now, see, there's some use in a sign like that because it's way far ahead. It's like, suppose you poor for a long time. Well, you might get discouraged and want to kill yourself if you didn't know by the sign way far ahead that you was going to be rich by and by.
Have you got hairy arms and a hairy breast, Jim?
Boy, can't you see I have?
Are you rich?
No. One day, son. One day. See what I told you, Huck?
What are you doing?
Witches can't stand no kind of mess at all. They're gonna have to pick up this cornmeal every speck, one by one. By that time, the sun will be up. Witches can't do no witching in the sunlight.
This is nice, Jim. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here.
Well, you know we wouldn't be here if I hadn't listened to that rooster. We'd be drowned and washed away downriver by now. I tell you, son, I've never seen the likes of this rain before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can count to 10. Twixt the lightning and the thunder rumble, then you know you ain't gonna get struck.
Aw, Jim, how you gonna run that way now?
Never thought about running to Illinois. Too many nigger hunters. I get caught for sure. No, sir.
What are you gonna do then, Jim?
Right here. River.
here.
Is it?
It's a snake skin.
Leave that be. It's the worst luck there is, boy. I'd rather look over my left shoulders 100 times at the new moon than to touch a snake skin once. Don't ever handle a snake skin.
Jim, it's the best luck yet. A raft big enough for both of us.
Let's get it tied up safe.
Will you look at that?
It's the old brothel. Come on. There's a man in here. Hello, you. Just hold still, Huck. It's a dead man. Give me something to cover him up with. Hand me that sheet.
Turn him over.
No. Just leave him be. Just let the dead be dead by themselves.
Look at all this truck. If this is the kind of luck brought on by that rattlesnake skin, I'm gonna catch me another one
Just
tomorrow.
never you mind. Now, you just mark my words. Don't you go acting too pert. The skin ain't half worth its charm. Just mark my words. Where you going?
In here. Come and look at this, Jim. It's a perfectly good wooden leg. I wonder where the other one is. Come on, Jim. And look at this here. It's a box of nails and a hatchet. We can use these for sure. Just like Christmas, ain't it, Jim? Look at all this stuff. How you reckon that man come to be shot?
Just leave the dead be. No good to come out of talking about it now.
It sure is peculiar. His being shot naked and in the back, and all them things mixed together. It's a regular mystery.
I said leave him be. Look, if you keep talking about that man, he's gonna come back and haunt you for sure. Hear that?
Sure, it's church.
It ain't Sunday. That's for you.
What are you talking about, Jim?
That's your funeral them bells are talking about.
That's so, ain't it?
Where you going?
To see me get buried.
Now, how you gonna do that? Ain't you scared of your pap no more? They gonna catch you for sure, boy.
No, they won't. Because I'll wear me a disguise.
Now, don't you talk to nobody. They'll catch you for sure.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He who believes, though he dies, shall live forever. The poor child we have come to mourn was one of our Lord's favorites. Like the negligent and outcast, a lost sheep. Who
Leave that trash go to hell by himself, Tom Sawyer.
his spiritual way had just caught the first glimmer of the Lord's light when he was so unkindly struck down.
I
I'm bending the elbow. Bye-bye. Yes.
Pardon me, ma'am.
What might your name be?
Sarah Williams.
Well, where about you live, Sarah? I ain't seen you before. True, I've only been in Petersburg a month next Friday, but
I'm from Hookersville, ma'am.
Oh.
About 7 miles downriver. My ma's fell sick, and I come to tell my Uncle Abner. Do you know him?
No. But like I said...
Who are they putting under?
They ain't putting nobody under.
What?
Which seems like they could find nobody to put under.
Well, how come there's no one there mourning?
Because it was just a shiftless, vagrant boy named Huckleberry Finn. He was murdered a week ago yesterday.
Well, who do they say killed him?
Some say his own pap. And it is mighty suspicious how he disappeared as soon after. And others say a darky named Jim. There's a reward out for him for $300. Whole gangs over in Illinois scouring for that runaway. But they ain't gonna turn up a thing.
Well, how do you know, ma'am?
Because he ain't more than 5 miles from where you're sitting. See, there's an island downstream a ways. And the other night, it was just about twilight, and I could see smoke coming up. And come to find out, there ain't nobody living there. So I started thinking...
Maybe it was only hunters.
Maybe. My nephew's going over there after sundown tonight. Him and another fella are aiming to split that $300. What did you say your name was, honey?
Mary Williams.
But I thought you said Sarah, honey.
Oh, yes'm. Sarah Mary Williams. Some calls me Sarah, and some calls me Mary.
Uh-huh. Now tell me your real name. Isn't it Tom, Bill, or John?
Please don't poke fun at a little girl like me, ma'am. I best get...
Now, you're going to tell me the secret truth. Aren't you a runaway apprentice? I'll help you.
Oh, it ain't no use trying to fool you no more. My ma and pa were killed by Indians, and the law bound me out to this mean old farmer. I couldn't stand it no longer, so I snitched some of his daughter's things and started walking to St. Louis, where I got kinfolk will take care of me. And that's the Lord's truth.
Now answer me quick. When a cow's lying down, which end of it gets up first?
The hind end, ma'am.
Well then, a horse.
The forward end?
Which side of the tree does the moss grow on?
North side.
Well, I reckon you have lived in the country. But I thought you were trying to hoax me again. What's your real name now?
George Peters, ma'am.
Well, you do a girl tolerably poor. You might fool men, maybe. Bless you, child. When a girl wants to catch something in her lap, she throws her knees apart, not claps them together like you just done. That's what set me thinking.
Yes'm. But can I go now?
Yes, George, Sarah, William, Mary, Peters, on with you. Take this fruit with you. And if you get into trouble, you call for Mrs. Judith Loftus. That's me. And I'll do what I can to get you out of it. And next time, try and remember your name.
Get up and help yourself, Jim. They're after us.
They're not after us, boy. They're after Jim.
Load up, Jim. There ain't a minute to lose.
Well, I figure we run nights and hide days. That way there won't be no trouble.
That woman back in Petersburg, she said something I think you ought to know. There's a reward out on your head. $300.
Is that so, Martha?
Sure is. Folks back in Petersburg still got a notion you murdered me.
Don't you wish you had such a heap of money?
Me? What in blazing Satan would I do with such a heap? Pap'd just come by and take it all for himself, and I'd be back down to 2 bits. No, sirree. I don't want no more money than what I already got, which is nothing. Jim, get down! Jim, you reckon all them stars was made? Or did they just happen?
How could it be they just happened? No, they were made for sure, son.
I don't know, Jim. I judge it'd take too long for them to be made. They must have just all happened at once.
Could be that the moon. She laid them.
I seen a frog lay most as many. Sure, that's it. The moon, she laid them.
When one of them stars gets spoiled, the moon, she just shove it out of the nest. And that spoiled star just falls down from heaven, trailing glory. Huck! Wake up, boy! Don't that pilot see us?
He sees us. He's gonna shave us. You watch.
Make way! Make way for Captain Calder! He'll send this bucket through the needle's eye if he's a mind. Next time we'll run you over.
Better keep off this river.
Yeah, you don't belong here.
Satan is a liar and a conjurer too. If you don't watch out, he'll conjure you. Satan is a liar and a conjurer too. If you don't watch out, he'll conjure you. Ain't gonna worry my Lord no more. Ain't gonna worry my Lord no more. Satan's got a mighty big shoe. Where you heading?
Trading. See if I can't get something else to eat besides catfish.
Don't leave me here, Huck.
You'll be all right. Just stay hid. Say, Mister, I got some real fresh channel cats here. If you've a mind to part with some coffee, or bacon, or cornmeal.
Where'd you come from, boy? I ain't never seen you before.
No, sir. Me and my pappy were running a trading scout of St. Louis. I told Pappy to settle in more stores, but he just told me to keep it shut. Let him worry about stores and such. Now we ain't halfway there, not an ounce of store-bought left. And we all is mighty tired of catfish.
All right, boy. You got 'em and skin 'em. Cut 'em thin. I'll see if I can't find you something to take back.
Hey, Hank, you in there?
What?
Come on, we done caught that runaway.
What are you gonna do with him?
We're gonna take him on down to Dobbs before the sheriff gets wind of it. We're gonna play hell with that nigger's back, and there's talk of hanging that low-down abolitionist, what helped him escape.
Are they gonna hang him?
That's what it's... That didn't hurt my tree.
Whip him!
Whoop it. I know he ain't from around here.
Don't spare that whip! No abolition.
She did the same thing that damn nigger did.
Nah, too good for him.
Just be careful, you don't hurt my
tree.
Good.
Hey, ain't they gonna hang the nigger too?
Of course not. Niggers worth $700. Damn abolitionists ain't worth the rope it costs to hang them.
Teach him. I'll see you at church Sunday.
Come on, Jim. Let's get clear of this town.
Lord almighty, Huck. Glad to see you. Indeed I am. I thought sure you'd left me.
After what I've seen, it could be a audit.
What you seen, Huck? Tell Jim.
Never you mind.
You got all that truck for them little bitty cats?
Coffee and bacon I got in the exchange. The chicken and the melon, well, I, sort of borrowed them.
Borrowed them?
That's right. During all the confusion and commotion.
What confusion is that?
A lynching.
Who'd they lynch?
Pap always said that it weren't wrong to borrow things if and you was planning on paying them back. Somehow, someday, the widow, she just said that borrowing was a soft word for stealing.
Well, I'd say they both right. Partly.
Maybe the way to it is to decide some things we won't borrow, and that'll leave it right to borrow the rest.
How about persimmons? They won't be ripe for another 3 months.
And crab apples. Crab apples, they ain't never good. Jim, wake up!
What is it, Huck? What is it?
What's all them lights? Looks like a whole swarm of lightning bugs.
Lord, looks just like heaven, don't it just?
That's St. Louis. I'd be dad blamed if that ain't St. Louis.
Those city folks never sleep.
I reckon not.
It sure is a pretty spread of lights.
Like the whole world lit up. What does your sign say about a sky like that, Jim?
Means bad weather coming. Red sun always has water in its eye.
Oh, Jim, you are a caution.
I'm about to quit rafting.
It ain't no dryer on land, Jim.
No, I mean good.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, we passed St. Louis, didn't we?
Yeah, so?
These Cairo can't be far now.
Cairo? What's Cairo?
Cairo is the Ohio River, huh? Freedom, that's what that is. This nigga's gonna slip into the Ohio, hide myself on a steamer, right into the free states and keep right on going. Right up to New York if I'm lucky. Now, you can come with me if you wanna.
You really gonna run all the way to New York, Jim?
Well, you don't think I'm gonna drift on this river forever, do you?
I don't rightly know what I thought. I mean, really, I don't know. It seems awful risky. And, well, people get hung for what it is we've been doing.
Boy, don't I know it.
Well, maybe it just ain't right. You're stealing yourself this way.
I reckon there ain't a crow nor a cricket, a dying dog or a head-up cat what don't sound worse than what you sound, Bob. You reckon so? I do. Sit where you are, gentlemen. Leave him to me. He's my mate. Sit where you are till the chawing up's done. Sit where you are until the suffering's over. Whoa, look at me. I'm the old original iron-jawed, brass-mounted, copper-bellied corpse maker from the wilds of Arkansas. Oh, yes, you are. Look at me. I'm the man known as sudden death and general desolation. I'm nearly related to the smallpox on the mother's side. Look at me. I take 19 alligators for breakfast and a barrel of whiskey when I'm in robust health. A bushel of rattlesnakes and a dead body when I'm ailing. Blood's my natural drink, and the wheels of the dying is music to my ear. Whoa! Stand back and give me room, according to my natural strength. Woo! Bow your neck and spread. I'm a child of sin, and don't let me get a start. I scratch my head with the lightning, and I purr myself to sleep at night with the thunder. When I'm cold, I boil the Gulf of Mexico and I bathe in it. And when I'm thirsty, I reach up and suck the moisture out of a cloud till it's dry as a sponge. I shake, and the mountains crumble. Contemplate me through leather. Don't look upon me with the naked eye, because I'm the man with the petrified heart and the ball-iron bowels.
Hold me down to the earth, cause I feel my powers are coming.
Lay low and hold your breath. I'm about fixing to turn myself loose.
Bow your neck and spread, cause the pit child of calamity is a-coming.
Come back here, you chicken-livered cowards, and I'll thrash the stuff out of both of you. What have you got there, teeth?
No, sir.
Then what are you doing here, boy?
Well, me and my pack was running a raft down to Orleans, but we run out of food.
So that's what you came for, is food.
Oh, no, sir. Me and the catfish gets along just fine.
Oh, he likes catfish, does he? Let's feed him a couple of live ones.
Let's paint him blue, then stuff him.
Oh, no, please, no, sir.
Go get the paint.
What's your name, boy?
Alec Hopkins, sir.
How long you been hiding over there, Alec?
Not over a quarter of a minute, sir.
Come on, boy, don't lie.
It's as true as the world.
Admit it, you came to steal.
No!
I got the paint.
Let's get him.
I get to the Free States, I'll get a job. Work real hard and save up. Got my wife, Calinda, out of slavery. Old Colonel Johnson. You don't want to sell her? I find me an abolitionist to steal her.
Listen at how you're talking, Jim. That's another man's rightful property you're talking to stealing.
Yeah, well, so am I, son. So am I.
But that's different.
How different?
I don't know, just is, that's all. I don't want to hear no more talk about no abolitionists. You're getting to talk mighty free and easy, Jim.
Okay. I got something I want to tell you. I should have told you before, cause if I told you, you might not want to stay here on this raft with me. If I had told you before.
Told me what?
So your pap ain't looking for you no more.
I know that. He thinks I'm dead.
No, he ain't no danger to you no more at all. No way ever. On account of he's dead. That man that we saw back in the house during the flood, the one that was shot in the back, that man was your pap.
It was? It really was?
Yeah, Mars Huck, it really was.
That weren't so bad. He weren't. I mean, Jim. Didn't want him dead. I ain't never wanted him dead. You don't suppose he was looking for my murderer, and that's what got him killed? I sure hate to think that's the way of it.
No, that ain't it.
Well, why didn't you say so before?
Because I thought you'd run out on me and leave me back there on that island. I was scared you'd go back to Petersburg and fetch the judge or the sheriff.
Ain't that a damn fool notion? Didn't I tell you I weren't gonna snitch on you?
Well, I'm sorry, son. Sorry. Indeed, I am.
You could have at least buried him. Could have done that.
There ain't no fish biting today.
No. There ain't.
ain't planning to leave me now, are you, Huck?
Don't be such a blame fool. Pick up that line. We ain't never gonna catch nothing if and we don't hold our mouths right.
If you don't speak soft, the bait comes off. The fish just swim away.
Yes, indeedy. Pretty soon I'll be shouting for joy, Huck. And I'll say it's all on account of you. There it is, Huck. That's Cairo. We're saved, we're saved. Jump up, crack your heels.
That ain't Cairo, Jim. It's just a lumberyard.
It's like spirits, ain't it?
Spirits wouldn't say during the darn fog, Jim.
We best tie up. We gonna get bust on a snag for sure.
How are we gonna see the land in this?
Well, you go ahead in the canoe. Here, Huck, take this rope. Tie us up to a tree or something over there. Huck! Over here!
Jim!
This way, over here!
Jim!
Over here, Huck! This way, Huck! Over here! What? Over here!